Yo,
Showtime, baby.
this is it. Welcome to the LDF Long Distance Friendship Podcast. As always, me, your boy Sam Castillo, and the other boy
Your boy's
Andrew.
boy, Ragnar.
Yeah, we're gonna try this show being a little more mellow. I feel like I was too
No.
caffeinated. You
Yeah,
know?
I took a half propranolol and now I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
No white. You just had a little bit of rit, little tootski.
No writ. I had Do you know what propranolol is?
No, it sounds good though. It sounds fun.
Here's the thing. It's not. It's a blood pressure medication that they also prescribe for like stage fright and situational anxiety.
God, you
You
are.
know, you know how you know how when you're just talking to your friend and you need something to lower your blood pressure by like 20 points.
We could not be more of the same and opposite person in the
Yeah,
world.
just take a little bit, just take a half propranolol.
Yeah, that just sounds so much better than it is. I love, like, what's your favorite name for prescription drugs? Not the favorite prescription drug that you like taking, but like, what's your favorite prescription drug that you love the name of?
I don't think I, damn. I wish I knew just one. Besides, every time, and I know this isn't like charming or whatever, but every time I hear the word Valium, I go, Valley, yum, 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 yum.
Right? Yeah,
So I
it's
just like want,
hold on, my levels are kind of bad. Let's see. How's this? Lower mine a little bit. Test. Oh, wait, that's way better. Um, yeah, I just love Focalin. I don't know if you ever took
Oakland,
Focalin.
that is.
It just has like it just sounds like something out of The Simpsons. Oh, Millhouse is like Bart, you took all my Focalin.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like it's exiting the world of science and then just purely into like pharmaceutical designer drugs.
Yeah, that's
Like
the
Viagra was called like Bone Morica or something.
right. Yeah, Erectica is the name of
Right, so yeah, yeah.
the name of the dick pill that you accidentally discover is
Yeah.
in the bathroom for your parents.
What if
Um,
they came up with a focus drug just called Econ 201?
Econ 201, just
It's just exactly what you need it for.
exactly right. I think best name's got to be Focalin. Scariest name for a drug has to be probably my Deus, which is apparently like Adderall. Have you heard of my Deus?
No, but I like it already.
It's like Amadeus, my Deus. It just sounds evil.
Yeah.
It's the next level. The same manufacturer that makes Adderall, they can only go up to I believe 60 mils a capsule, and that's just because Adderall can't be prescribed to children. That's why they coat it in sugar. Like
Mm.
I know, right? And
They are kind of tasty.
they rule. Oh my god! I just
Like
remember
you know how
like,
they have the
guys.
like the candy coated ibuprofen?
Oh yeah,
I got
exactly.
to be
That's
careful with
exactly.
those. I'll
That's
just
where I was
start
going with
smacking.
that. Oh, you already
Oh,
know.
okay.
Oh, you already know. Advil's already kind of sweet, and then Adderall is like, let's get on this too. Let's get on this.
Yeah.
I just remember like in college when I was experimenting with like prescription stimulants. I like Googled how much Vyvanse is too much Vyvanse, and, and it took me. And at that point, I think I had taken 130 milligrams, which is too much, and
Yeah.
or at least for me, it was for me that day. because I think 70 was the highest, and I took, I believe, one and most of some. But you would open them up, the extended release, and you would just like gum a bunch and save it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I just remember like on this mom blog, it was just like, I'm Karen and I wear a Nike hat in the suburbs of Denver. I live in Lakewood, Colorado. And when I'm not anti-vaxxing my children, I do put Adderall in their applesauce. And it was like, oh, you put Adderall in your applesauce of your kids. I just
Yeah.
remember her blog post was the funniest thing because it's my first exposure to mommy blogs, and they're so self-righteous. And if you go to the
Mm-hmm.
comment sections of a mom blog, it's a better mom off. Like in the
Yeah.
comments, they try to imply that they're gonna call child protective services on each other. Like they
Yeah.
joke around. Like one bitch is like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe like you did that. You're really brave," And then the
Yeah.
next one will be like, Alan, my partner, which I know that straight people do now. Do you and your girlfriend Rifa, do y'all call each other your partners? You say girlfriend
No,
boyfriend,
we're
right?
boyfriend girlfriend. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to be regressive, but
No,
we're
it's actually
BFBF.
progressive because to say partner when you're a heterosexual couple is selfish. You're co-opting homosexual culture. You're just telling gay
And I already
lesbian.
have a problem enough co-opting homosexual culture, just my whole being.
You like John Mulaney,
Yeah.
and that's as straight as you can get while still having a girlfriend that you actually are attracted to.
Bingo.
Yeah. Um, but like, where was I going with? Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're straight and you're calling your significant other partner, you better own a business
Mm-hmm.
with them,
Yeah.
or otherwise you're just like taking one more thing from like a different group of people.
Yeah.
The world's
Yeah.
not enough. Yeah, this is my partner. What did you guys bring to the party? Oh, we brought Tom Kugai. Oh, wow, great. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm. Yeah, so you
My
know,
partner and I actually
I'm Ty,
do
but
own a
thank you.
business together. We
Yeah,
sell
yeah,
hair products for white people with dreadlocks.
yeah. We with brushes to get your waves right.
Every morning I ask my partner, "Did I get my line straight?"
Yes, I have my. Hi, my name is Cody, and sometimes, at times, I wasn't squared up every morning. I wasn't lined up right. So I told my girlfriend Kaylee, "There's got to be a better way."
But yeah,
Yeah,
we're boyfriend girlfriend.
yeah.
Sometimes if we're fighting, then we'll start throwing around partner.
No
Like,
way.
here's what I need for you to be a better partner to me. Because we'll, like, or,
I
admittedly,
see.
speaking of co-opting cultures, I'll read it off of like some like unlicensed psychologist's blog.
Sure.
Like,
We all
this is
have.
the language to, yeah. I'd be like, oh, that's going in the archives.
Yeah, I don't know. I just would always in the one relationship that actually developed to be a long enough relationship where we would even have a conversation like that. I would just when I realized because in those kind of arguments, everyone just starts um saying the same thing back to each other, but they're pretending like they're saying it in a different way. Because the
Hmm.
fight can only go so far. Like you get
Yeah.
your point across, and then you just keep repeating and repeating, and then you
Yeah.
just need to get out of the room and just like let the dust settle. So at that point, I just would start saying same team, and then I would just
Same
leave the
team.
room.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's like, cause what are we doing here? What is the point?
Yeah.
Like the conversation, like where is this relationship going? It's like, well, where is this conversation going? Because it's not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah. A lot of times in the middle of like a big ass fight, not that we're like big ass fights all the time, but if we're in the middle of a fight, we'll just be like, why
Not
are
that
we?
she listens.
Yeah. Um, we'll just be like, why are we fighting?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Like I'll be like, I got I got too mad and I'm embarrassed about it now.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went full spaz mode. I do this thing where I start punching myself in the forehead like this. And she's
Stupid,
like, "Why are
stupid,
you hurting
stupid.
yourself?" And I'm like, "It doesn't hurt. It feels good."
Yeah.
And
It's better than the cattails I used to use.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just stop hurting yourself. I reach under my shirt and take off nipple clamps.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. She's like that. I didn't. How long have you had those on? It's just
yeah,
they're just your nipples are just like as black as the TV screen, and just like all
yeah,
dead skin. What do you think of the
yeah.
stash? It's coming in very poorly.
I love the stash.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like droopy, droopy dog Draco Malfoy.
Yeah,
Does that
yeah.
make sense?
Sure, sure. It's a. I'm a evil. I'm an evil, spiteful like foil to
Yeah.
a dopey protagonist who's like up spirit, but I'm also on Quaaludes. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what I meant by you're both like 16 and 55 because like this is a very 90s look,
Yeah.
but also a very like Gen Z look.
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not a man in his late 20s. I'm not cuz we're both in our late 20s. We're the cutoff cuz what's the cutoff for millennials 95?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're like the last bastion of millennial cuz like
Yeah.
most millennials are like sexless, childless, and own a Tesla, right? Like that's where I feel like
Yeah.
most millennials are at. They're like,
Good for
um,
them.
absolutely, which also, are you a fan of Teslas?
Um, no, not like no, I'm not a fan of any cars. I'm just not a car guy, but like no,
Yeah,
I'm not like into Teslas.
it's I well, I mean, just I know they're big everywhere, but especially in Austin here, they're just like
Yeah.
now, especially since Elon moved here, it's like brutal because like
Yeah.
only one of them looks good, which is the Tesla S, which is like the one that looks kind of like a Corvette. Like the
Oh, really?
SUVs and like the three, like those look awful. Um, like the truck was a spoof. Like everyone was like, remember when that truck came out? Like the Cyber truck came out like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Can you believe Tesla's making this?" And it's like they're not actually going to make that. That was a concept spoof. Like they would never. It looked like a Aztec combined with an El Camino. Like no one would ever purchase that for $70,000 unless
Right.
they were, wanting to get negative attention. This is all spoof just to raise the stock price. But
Yeah.
like the even so like already the cars are unremarkably designed. Like they already look very like neutered, and which is rough for like a sports car. You want something that has like femininity or masculinity. You want something that has like, just like some chutzpah to it. And this Tesla S, it looks like a soap bar that, you know, people who are like soap on skin a few days in. It looks like, and if you get a Tesla S, like the sedan or the sports car, and anything that isn't the red one, it looks like an alien's head,
Hmm.
especially with like the headlights. It's like and the forehead's all elongated by the car. I saw it one day and I was like, I can never unsee this as not like as
Yeah.
like a cartoon of a Roswell thing.
Yeah. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. I don't care about how cars look like
Really?
that much, obviously, but
Sure.
I don't like that the Teslas have hijinks built into them.
I just love the self-driving.
Like,
I want self-driving.
you ever get in a Tesla with a guy that has a Tesla and he's like, "Look, you can play Flappy Bird on the iPad that's built in,"
Yeah.
or it's like, "Oh, it does a whoopee cushion."
That you cannot tip on the takeout you're
Yeah.
ordering on the tablet when you
Yeah,
arrive to
yeah,
go
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
it pre-selects no tip.
It pre-selects no tip. I
What
am a
if you
car
could
guy.
what if you could order yourself on DoorDash? If you had a Tesla, you order yourself on DoorDash and then self-drive your Tesla to the Thai restaurant or whatever,
Sure.
and then self-drive it back, then tip yourself.
I like this. I like this a
That's
lot.
the future proof. That's the
I'm a
future, bro.
car dude as I get older.
Yeah,
I'm
you're a total
very
gearhead.
uh yeah, but I'm just not gonna get like the cars that would like actually go for like a gearhead who's entering his 30s. You know, you think about like a gearhead who's entering his 30s, like in this town in Austin, and if you go to South Austin, south of Highway 71, Ben White, it's like rockabilly world.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's like pompadoured. Everyone.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
whether it's like a guy who's a homophobe or like a lesbian couple, everyone has a
right.
pompadour and a bandana on their face. They don't wear corona masks, they only wear bandanas.
Yes.
And
Everyone that works at El Camino on 6th Street lives south of 71 in Austin.
absolutely, they all live like St. Elmo Drive area,
Yeah.
and they all have like a 1951 like Chevy truck with like like the ones that like the guys who like hate crime Forrest Gump, like that kind of truck that
Yeah,
drove
yeah.
him to like chase him down and beat him.
Yeah.
If you live in the St. Elmo area of Austin, that is the car that you are driving to your dead end pompadour job in.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Uh,
drive 3 days a week to the burger factory, 3 days a week to skip rocks under the bridge, man.
and smoke a cigarette and say,
Fully
"Let's get
committed.
out of this town. It's changing." But you'll never leave. You'll never go.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
me throwing a jacket over my shoulder.
that's. Oh, I thought you were cattailing yourself. Yeah, for the listener, Wagner was using Catholic cattails for years to
Yeah.
punish himself.
It just feels good.
And now he's throwing his greaser leather jacket. Is there anything more atrocious than a new leather motorcycle jacket? Like, it's got to be worn in,
Yeah.
a brand new one.
Especially the implication of like, oh, you buy yourself a leather jacket.
Yo, yeah.
Oh, you really thought this was gonna be it?
It's got to be like that Jesselnick joke. I wanted to get a motorcycle, but my mom's brother died on his, so I could have his motorcycle. Like, that's kind of
Yeah.
like how she's like, I will not let you buy a motorcycle. I fucked up the joke, but the crowd, whoever listening, the crowd, probably the seven people who are right now contemplating what Twitch stream to watch before they turn this off
Are we live on Twitch?
no. But they're gonna turn this off whenever they're watching or listening it on
Oh.
to, because that's all people do now. People just consume OnlyFans, come, and then they consume Twitch. It seems,
Yeah.
or they just consume bad television. Like, did we talk about Queen's Gambit last episode?
No.
Have you tried?
Did you watch it?
That show? I
No.
tried. I gave it
How was it?
I gave it a college try, and I gotta say, it was just like every other show that's happened for the last 13 years.
I thought everyone was loving it.
Yeah, it's the most streamed show of all time on Netflix as a website's history, but it's just still very unremarkable. Like, maybe it's because people didn't watch TV as much as they do before the pandemic, that like
Yeah.
they didn't watch all of the tropes that this show is abusing, and they don't get it, or they just are so desperate for TV to not think about like coup attempts and QAnon, that they're settling for something. I don't get
I
it.
canceled my Netflix because I gotta focus more on QAnon.
Yeah, I gotta focus more on being a Margaret Taylor Greene stan,
Yeah. Dude, what's that app that was it like lost billions of dollars? It was supposed to be like short form TV.
Oh, Quibi.
Quibi. Quibbly.
Quibi.
Quibi or
Queeby.
Quib?
No,
Queeby.
Queeby.
Queeby. Man,
Queeby.
with a name like that, how did they not
How did they
hit it
fail?
big?
Yeah,
But
right.
what's funny about, like, I think there's a misconception that it's like people's attention spans are shorter,
Yeah.
but it's like people's attention spans are less tolerant to not being stimulated. So people don't want a little itty bitty sample of Game of Thrones that they could
No.
watch on the subway or whatever.
No.
Even like if they said it failed because of the pandemic, but even if the pandemic didn't happen, that was never going to do well. People want they want unlimited hour long.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no like
Yeah. Like they
reset
want Joe
time.
Rogan on DMT talking for 4.5 hours. That's what people
Yeah,
want. Like truly.
maybe that's why podcasts are the only like sustainable like media entertainment. People want 4 hours
I mean, Danny
every day.
Goodwin, a local hero in Austin, Danny Goodwin, he pointed out something to me like 2 years ago. He's like, "When was the last time you bought a ticket to see a feature length comedy film in a theater, like Pineapple Express? Like, because they don't make good ones anymore." And
Yeah, I don't know.
It's because comedies like movies are so expensive to shoot now and make that a film has to be every genre. It has to be like Thor Ragnarok, where it's like action, romance, and drama, and then they just sprinkle in like a Seth Rogen style joke in there every once in a while because it's got to be it's got to play by numbers every genre.
That's the that's gotta hurt moment.
Exactly. Like, and so in order to like justify a full comedy, it's just like it has to be so watered down and diluted and still have action elements in it now that it's not even a real comedy. And so like the funniest thing that you're consuming now is probably a podcast or going to a live stand-up show and like watching an act or a crowd work that's actually good. And when the special comes out, you'll see it and go, they went with the joke that way. Okay.
Yeah. But I hope listeners paying attention, this is the funniest thing you will consume. So
probably so. I mean, realistically so. Is this the most compelling thing you'll consume? Yes. As well, because
also
you don't talk to your family. Yeah.
We're your new mommy and daddy.
We are your new family. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh man, Queeby. We were gonna go somewhere. Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit.
Oh yeah.
What was rough about Queen's Gambit was like there was this big push for the last several years where everyone's like, we need a show that is focused around a woman's experience and like a female protagonist going through like trials and tribulations, and like that's the story we want to hear, or a minority voice, or just anything different. Like could be just any subculture, subgenre that's just not, like what's on this podcast right now. White guys with like flannels that we've switched them for hoodies, or sweaters.
Yeah.
So anyone, people are just tired that like point of view, and I get it. Sure, I can understand. And like variety, honestly, is like honestly better. I never understood why like it's taking these companies, these studios, so long to make diverse and female stories, because like if you have as many diverse options on a streaming platform, you're going to just attract a larger audience. In order to teach like companies why they need diversity, you just have to like break it down to like you'll just come up with, you'll make more money that way. And that's the only way most people like understand, like people at the top, I mean, will understand why diverse stories matters, because it just means better revenue streams. And like, but it would be critical, but because they're not going to understand why. But like, it's in reality, it's just because like everyone will try to make it because it's fair, but it's honestly just. But I think that's like it kind of undersells the story. Like everyone's like, we need to hear more stories from like Native Americans, Indigenous people, people of color, and women, because it's more fair. And it's like, well, no one likes to be told that they're being unfair. just tell us we need to hear those stories because it's going to be more entertaining to hear different stories, which is the truth. And that's what
Hmm.
I didn't like about Queen's Gambit was that it was the same old story. They just changed the gender of the protagonist. I felt like they really
Hmm.
cheated us. Like the idea was like, okay, we want a female who's like going through real stakes because that's what makes a story good is stakes, like adversity, things that like there's real dangers if they don't succeed on their quest, right? And
Hmm.
it's like, well, in Breaking Bad, if Walter White gets caught by his brother-in-law, he now is going to get loses his wife and his family's respect, probably divorced, and he'll probably go to prison for the rest of his life, and his family will be impoverished as a result. Big stakes, right? And Queen's Gambit,
Hmm.
like, what happens when she moves the pawn to L7? Well, she loses the pawn. I'm sorry, that's not real stakes. I feel like it's just a disservice to anyone who wanted to believe in that show. It's like disrespectful. And
Yeah,
honestly, if I was a chick, I'd feel kind of cheated by that. And like my other
dude.
problem with go ahead.
Let let's see some like girl meth bosses.
I mean, sure. Or like it doesn't have to be like a drug dealer or like a Wall Street, like, Wolf of Wall Street story where like they're doing coke. It just could be like it could just be like real stakes that someone universally could care about. Like then I feel like they would just do. I mean, people are better just go with this show, giving it the time to sit down and watch it.
Yeah. So how about this for Queen's Gambit?
What's that?
She moves the pawn to f7. Instead of losing the pawn, she gets shot in the head.
I like that. I like that.
Now there's some television.
Yeah, up the ante, up the stakes. And
Yeah.
I only watched the pilot, or I watched most of the pilot. I couldn't even. I mean, it just was not a great show. And like, I tried to give it another shot by like Wikipediaing like the plot overview to see if it would be something that. Don't ever do that if you're on the fence of a show because it'll just like show you.
Yeah.
And that's my bad. But then I look
Yeah,
into
if
it
you're
and it's like
Wikipediaing a show,
I'm not being fair
you're
with
not into it. Yeah.
but it's because also someone kind of told me about the show and I wanted to confirm it. And apparently, like the characters, like she spends most of the season struggling with her alcohol and pill abuse, and it's like, as me personally, I don't need to see that story be told on the screen.
Yeah.
I think I've already lived that story, and also like I feel like most people have watched that like chemical panicked anti-hero played out like
Yeah.
between Tony Soprano and like Don Draper and like that Shameless show and like The Wire and like every drama since like 2000. Like we've just seen
Yeah.
that anti-hero
Sorry,
and it's
ladies,
like
but the boys did it better.
well, it's like just don't do that. Why would you just copy and paste? Like if you want like a real female show that rules, like just like I've only seen a few episodes because I don't have HBO, but like that Insecure show was pretty good. I mean, it's like a drama comedy. It's obviously like more
Yeah.
comedic than like Queen's Gambit, but it's like wouldn't you just want a real story with like real stakes and like I don't know. And I'm sure someone has like their a take on why Insecure is not a real
Hmm.
feminist perspective or not a real rooted in reality perspective. I mean, people can just drone on and on and on about meaningless TV and stuff like that, but I felt like the Queen's Gambit was just like such a cop out. It was just like let's just take every premium cable like trope for an anti-hero and just put her like a really who's this?
Right guy. Say what's up. He's
Oh,
he's eating cashews off my desk.
is that a little
He's
wish
in the
bone?
zone. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, dude, that is so cute.
Dude, I had a whole pile. He's going
You just
nuts.
had a loose cashews.
He's absolutely yeah. I always keep loose cashews on the desk. So when he gets bored, he just first off my door doesn't latch.
Oh
So
yeah.
he can just nudge it open
Your dog is walking on you jerking.
Yeah, or in a business meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, or jerking.
Or jerking during a business meeting.
Yeah, man, I wish I had business meetings.
One day you'll be sold
One
out.
day,
One day you'll be a sellout. Don't worry.
dude,
That's the dream, is to
everyone's
sell
making
out.
Yeah,
I don't understand when I hear our peers talk about like never selling out. It's like, first of all, no one's buying what we're selling, and two,
yeah,
you want to sell out. Yeah.
sure.
What?
Yeah, I want to have I want backyard skate park.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah. I
sorry,
just wanted.
comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you're doing stand up comedy and starting a podcast, is for that, is you want a half pipe in the backyard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the mini ramp fund
No doubt.
podcast.
No doubt. Yeah. I want to have a tech deck in the kitchen and a real thing in the backyard.
That's what's up. Tech deck in the kitchen. Maybe I could start there.
Yeah, you can start there. I mean,
Yeah,
other updates in life. What's up?
yeah,
This is a chill
dude.
dog. How old is he?
No, he's 8, but he's not chill at all. If you come into my home, he's gonna bite. He bites people. He's really a biter. We can't let him around other people because he's really aggressive. And he'll charge at you and bite you. We can't take him on walks because if he sees
What?
any person or any dog, he goes full on attack mode.
Mommy's monster. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a bad little guy.
Yeah,
He's a bad little guy.
I know you're talking about him too.
Yeah,
Hey, what does he weigh? Like
terrible.
12 pounds?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. The doctor says he's overweight. A little chunker. Dude,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're just feeding him low fat cashews.
yeah. Yeah.
We're also feeding him figs, dates, and salmon.
All the good fats.
All the good fats, get off my back.
Yeah. Dude, oh, I wanted to tell you about my community college teacher because I have 2 community college teachers. So the first one I go in person for this class,
Yeah.
and like I think we're all there because we're all completely starved for like, well, one, we all lost our jobs, and 2, we're all starved for like human interaction again,
Eesh.
including
Yeah.
the instructor.
Oh no.
And dude, he's just like gets too like during the icebreakers.
Yeah.
He was like getting too into everybody's like hobbies. He was like, "No way, you train, dude. I've always wanted to train for an Ironman. We should train together. What? We should train together, dude. We should train together. Get some Pakistani food after, man." But he's the chill one. The other one that I have 3 nights a week is like, so that this other class is like WordPress is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the website design thing.
Yeah, it's like
Like
an
basically Squarespace.
open-ended like website. You can like
Exactly.
JavaScript to make it better and HTML script to make it better, like a customized site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy is like,
it does that for a living.
yeah, so that's what this guy does. He's like WordPress through and through. He lives and dies by WordPress. He talks about he got into WordPress in like 2005, and he talks about it like he got into like he invested in Apple in the 80s.
Yeah,
he loves WordPress.
Yeah, good for him, man.
And he also
got into Dogecoin in 2019.
No, I wish. Well, no, he's not that kind of dude. But he's like, he keeps like subtly referencing Gab. You know the
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all know.
We're like, we all know Gab.
You hear that, FBI? We're talking about Gab.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, so we'll be designing a website and it'll be like, all right, so you can add your socials over here. They got Facebook, Twitter, but they don't have everything you might use. They don't have, like Gab or anything.
Oh wow, I believe in the liberal communities they call that a dog whistle. You know what I mean?
Yes, he did. He is mad dog whistling.
Yeah.
And he like won't teach class in person
Uh,
because he's so against wearing a mask
yeah,
that he's like, I'm staying home till they don't make me wear a mask anymore.
yeah.
And uh but then he's
Early,
like,
so like an early 40s guy, maybe. What do you think? What would you say his age is? Probably late 40s actually.
late 40s, early 50s,
Yeah.
and Filipino wife, and
This is Gen X starter package.
yes, yeah. And like the other interesting thing is that like he always shares his screen with us.
Oh no.
So like we just get to see his search history.
And it's just
And
like
it's pretty
Penny Zero.
innocuous. Yeah, yeah. Lots of like Fox News stuff. But then
Sorry, I
he'll
cut you
we'll
off.
see his
Tell me
like
what's so funny.
desktop too. And he has a Word document that's just called Trump accomplishments.
Fuck yes. Of course he does.
And I just hope it's like a bullet point of just like stuff that he thinks Trump did. And then on top of that, he has other Word documents for his poetry.
And that, did you see any of the poetry?
No, I want to so bad. But he also like when we design websites, he like uses content from his like classical piano playing for
Sure.
us
He
to use
also, okay.
because he's like putting it out there. He's like, I'm trying to get gigs, so I figure it never hurts to drop this out there. Just keep it in mind.
Classical
And
gigs. I mean, what is that? What is a classical gig? Playing the
well, I don't know.
piano.
He's just like an ambiance piano player.
So yeah, like what is the gig? Is you're playing Christmas piano at the mall, like
Yes.
once a year?
Yeah, they're literally recordings of him playing in the Louisville Mall.
Damn, couldn't even get North Park Mall.
No way, dude.
Damn,
But
dude.
that's the thing. That's what he's getting the websites out there for.
Yeah, one day he'll be doing the Galleria, then he'll be doing North Park Mall.
Yeah.
This is a power
Anyways,
ranking of malls in Dallas.
I'm giving serious consideration to like making a Gab account
Yeah,
to see if I can find because I want to see his Gab
do it.
profile
No,
now.
I mean,
I just want to take a look.
what you should do is for a special night with you and Rifa, you should just have him bring his little Casio and play in the backyard, 10 feet away from you all while
Yeah,
y'all dine, and just have
but
him
that's the thing. That's what he wants us to do.
do it. So do it after the class is done,
Yeah.
or do it during the class and we'll get an A.
Yeah.
That's not a conflict of interest. I paid the man to play Ambiance Dinner for my Valentine's. Valentine's Day is so close. Isn't
Dude.
that like next Sunday? It's a week from today, right? Today's
Yeah.
the 7th? Yeah. Next, just in the next 7 days, just pay him not to do Valentine's Day with his Filipino wife and have
Yeah.
him play Ambiance while you and Rifa have crab cakes until you shit yourself. You know?
Yeah. So many I wishes in there. I wish I could have crab cakes. I wish, man.
Yeah,
And also the way it, like always shakes out, the way Reef and I are able to see each other is just like when
we're selfish.
our errands are yeah, it's like when our errands overlap.
Yeah.
So like most of the time we hang out, we're just
Later,
hanging out
Ryan.
in the parking lot. Ryan.
Is that your dog
Riley.
name? Oh,
Riley.
Riley. Oh yeah.
Rye guy.
Rye guy.
Ryan is the
Aaron.
funniest name for a dog.
I
Ryan.
people get human
Hey
names.
Ryan.
Well, I mean, you're from Plano, and that's a part of Dallas where like the kid's name is Scout and the dog's name is Alex. You know,
Yeah,
got it
dog
all
names for the
backwards.
kids, people name for the dogs.
Yeah, right. This is my
That is the
son
most Plano
Sugar,
move.
and this is my dog Kent.
My sister-in-law is a teacher in Prosper. She was telling us last night. She has 3 different Jacksons in her class, all
Gross.
different spellings. Yeah.
JXON.
Yep.
That's
Do you want to guess the
big
other
one? Yeah.
Yeah, JAXON, then classic JACKSON.
And what's the newest one?
Do you want to try to guess? You want me to tell you?
Yeah, let me guess. JAKSYN.
No, that's good. It's JXXON.
Oh.
Dude, take that one to the mommy blogs.
Dude, take that one to the mommy wall. Oh, that was my. Oh, we'll get to you and Rifa meeting up in a second during errands. But I forgot to mention earlier in the mommy blog, like how passive aggressive they are. This one mom wrote, "This is all nice and well, but my partner. This is why we brought up partners for hetero couples. She goes, my partner, Alan, comma, and I are what we call, in this quotation, a no risk family." And she goes, but I definitely will try this Adderall and the applesauce because it is too good to pass up.
Are they not doing bits?
They're not doing bits. The kid's never getting a meningitis or a mumps vaccine booster, but he is getting 45 of Vyvanse at 6:30 in the morning before pre-K. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue dosing my 4-year-old like he's a golden retriever.
yeah.
Peanut butter to the roof of the mouth.
Yeah. Putting it in his Kong treat, his toy.
When we need to settle Jackson for a little while, we just put a little Vyvanse in his Kong.
Put him in his crate. We take him off the leash. We put him in his crate, and then we have him eat out of his rubber asshole. We wonder why he's a furry when he turns 21. You know, like you look at like that generation of kids who were leash and cage kids, and like, and I'm not, you know, and like their parents are like, why are they wearing tails and sniffing each other like foxes? Well, you had them on a leash 7 days a week, and you only let them watch The Lion King. You know, that's probably it. You know?
They don't have any role models without tails. I don't know what you expected.
Yeah, they don't have a role model on 2 feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like the closest thing is Rafiki.
Yeah, the closest thing to a stable male role model is a Iago the parrot. Oh, dude. Oh, so you and Rifa, y'all meet while you get errands. That's the only time you can ever meet up.
Yeah, she works 5 days a week, goes to class.
Yeah.
3 days a week.
Yeah.
And also
volunteers.
You know, no, she doesn't volunteer, but
she gets paid to work as well with the dogs. I thought that was a volunteer thing.
Yeah. No, she does paid work at the animal hospital.
Cool. She kills parvo puppies.
I don't know if she kills them, but
no, I'm pretty sure. No, I just start that.
Yeah, I can't remember if she said anything about deliberately killing puppies.
I will say, and I am not offended by this, but she did get the graphic content on the Instagram story the other day.
Yeah.
She posted the picture of this puppy losing its paw.
No, it was a kitten. That was a full kitten's arm dangling from the tongs.
That kitten's arm looked like Tom Segura's whole body in that basketball video, where it's just like dangling, you know, or it's just dangling, and she just.
Yeah, I wish I screenshotted that.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Andrew's girlfriend works in an animal shelter, clinic, veterinarian office, something.
Yeah, it's a veterinary hospital.
And this kitten just like for sure lost its paw, and so she showed the before where it's like hanging on by literal threads, fibers, and then afterwards it's like all sewn up, and it just got the graphic content, and then you know, and so like then the next one I had was like a friend posting about police brutality, and that also had the graphic content, and it's just like, wow, it's so interesting what becomes like the eyeball. This may contain like viewer discretion or whatever, you know.
It's so nice to come to Instagram and just relax. Veg out, not worry for a little bit. Oh, there's a detached animal limb.
Yeah, I just want to see people repost people's TikToks on a different app. And I also really just want to watch, like, I also want to see my discovery, like, workout, like, memes. I follow, like, a few workout accounts, and so they just meme where it'll be, like, a guy who's eating, like, chicken and rice, and he looks, like, sad. And he's like, what people think I am like when I only eat chicken and rice for every meal 7 days a week. And then next, it's like on the left, on the right, it's on the left, on the right, it's like him with chicken and rice with his thumbs up, and it's like what I'm actually like when I eat chicken and rice every meal 7 days a week. And it's like Oh, that's bodybuilder humor. Is just like
Yeah.
I do like eating a well regimented diet and sleeping 8 hours a day and training on my split.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
that
oh,
made you feel seen.
it did make me feel seen, and
Yeah.
it did make me want to order Trenbolone on the internet.
What's that?
Just steroids.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, I figured if I
Dude,
called it by its official name, I'd sound sophisticated.
you did.
I did.
You did. Dude, but I get that. I get emotionally validated from memes too. That's why I follow so many Pokemon Go accounts.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, oh man, what to do with you? What to do? You got the
Yeah.
IBS. You've got the what was that? What was your stage fright medication?
Oh, for Pranolol.
For
Stage
Pranolol.
fright or just talking to a friend medication.
If I could cry physically, I would love to cry right
Yeah.
now. You want to guess when the last time I cried was?
I feel like you texted me that your eyes were leaking, but I don't know if that means crying.
Yeah, it's when I watched Moneyball for the first time. I had
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
Moneyball, and shout out to like emotionally vacant and I guess what would the word be, stunted men and women out there. Like you're not alone. I'm with you, and let's all cry to the montage where the Athletics win their 13th win in a row to Moneyball.
We going
But
to the ship.
but
We going to the ship.
exactly, but then not shed a tear when like a loss occurs in the family, you know.
Yeah.
But one,
What's
the
the
most important thing is
what's
one.
the kid's name? G Baby?
What's that?
The kid's name's G Baby.
Who's G baby?
He's the one that dies?
Oh, I was talking about a loss in my own family.
Oh,
Oh,
shit. I'm sorry.
oh, it's all good. It happened a couple weeks ago. I'm joking.
Wait. I'm thinking of a completely different movie, and I forgot that your grandmother passed away.
Oh yeah, shout out to my abuelita, and I say that with the utmost respect. You're in a better place. But yeah, I was talking about
Yeah.
Moneyball with Brad Pitt and
What am
Jonah
I
Hill.
thinking of?
I don't know what you're
Hardball?
thinking of.
What's
Death.
I with my whole chest was talking about that as if it was that movie where the guy starts a little league baseball team
Talking about
in
Bad
like
News Bears. No one dies in that one.
no, it's like Bad News Bears, but someone dies. You should watch it. It'll make you cry for sure.
Probably
That's why I thought.
not. Probably not.
No, dude. I haven't seen it since 2002, and it stuck with me that much. I think it's maybe called Hardball or
Hardball.
something ball.
Something ball.
Yeah.
Sad.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I completely in baseball terms, that's what we call a swing and a miss.
That's what we call going down to the minor leagues. You're out. Big news for me. Um, I have not cried to anything that would evoke crying
hmm
a long time besides Moneyball, maybe with Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. But I did purchase a belt that goes around my waist and it has a chain, like a chainmail, chain link, like chain on it, so that I can attach like plates from like a squat or like a barbell, and I can attach
Yeah.
the plates to it so that when I do tricep dips, since like because of the triceps in the gym, they have these dip bars you can just dip, and they have like
Yeah.
the weighted assist if you can't even dip your own body weight. But I don't use that, of course. I just dip my own body weight, and now it's not enough. So now I got a belt so I can attach extra weight so that I'm literally
Whoa.
tricep dipping, but I have plates pulling me down. And that's what 2021 is about. I'm so post, I still do the free weights and I still do like the compound workouts, but it's all about body weight now. It's all about body
Yeah.
training, pull ups with a weight belt, with a weight vest. I'm ordering a weight vest online, tricep dips with a plate belt. It's what it is.
Dude, I want to see you come out of COVID so poorly socialized that you just wear that weight belt everywhere.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna do what my favorite guys in the gym do, which is like I've never played it, but you know the game Assassin's Creed,
Oh
where
yeah.
the art is
Also
like
never played it.
it's like a guy who like is wearing like a short sleeve. It's like the year like I love what I love about Assassin's Creed. It's like set. I've never played it, but like the ads imply that it's like set in like the revolution, like the Renaissance. They have to like kill Medici or something, like or like Leonardo, you know, Michael or like Michelangelo or something like
Yeah.
that. You gotta kill like yeah, you gotta kill the Medici family. It's like first of all historically inaccurate. I love it, and then also it's like you're the only one with a hoodie and it's like 1580 and like you are the only badass who gets to have a hoodie with short sleeves and there's guys who
Yeah.
go to the gym who make that their look like
Right.
they just wear short sleeve like a Belichick like hoodie but they wear it draped over their eyes to look as intimidating as possible and sometimes they're like their Bluetooth headphones will disconnect from their phone and their like music will start playing like on the phone so you can hear it. And it's just like Dame Te Cosita, you know that song?
Yeah.
So they're just like walking around like with the hood over their eyes trying to look like Assassin's Creed and it's just like Dame Te Cosita, And it's just like, this is not intimidating at all. This makes me feel like it's a barbecue. It makes me feel like it's a fun time.
Dude, no one's workout music is as hard as you would think their
Speak for
workout
yourself,
music
bro.
is. What do you work out to?
9 Inch Nails and like um industrial rock.
Damn. But
Yeah,
here's the thing. No offense, but look at your mustache. You don't look hard at the gym.
at all.
Like the harder looking the dude,
Oh
the
yeah,
more mellow the music.
1000%. The chick who's going in there with like some Fabletics and like a Lulu shirt, she's listening to like Gate Creeper, but like the guy
Yeah,
who's
Sun
going in
O.
there with a neck tat is probably listening to like John Lennon's Yellow Brick Road or something.
John Lennon's Yellow Brick Road.
Oh wait, no. Who did Yellow
Elton
Brick
John.
Road? Elton John. I don't care if eyes
Schmidt
are thin.
John.
I just like I said last
Yeah.
episode, their round glasses disgust me.
Yeah, no, you got a thing. I don't mind the round glasses.
Mm-mm, can't do it.
Dude, but the same rule applies for dudes at the skate park.
There are guys in Harry Potter glasses at the skate park.
Sure. I'm talking about the music though. Like
Oh yeah.
the better a dude with headphones in while he's skating, the less intimidating the music he's listening to is. Like my friend Carlos in Austin, he's like one of the best skaters I know,
Sure.
and he had headphones in. I was like, dude, what are you listening to? And he goes, oh, same thing I always listen to when I skate. Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride from the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack.
That's so disgusting. I hate that so much.
And I tried it, dude. It's a really hype song. You should listen to it.
I will not. All right.
You should.
Ohana means broken family. Ohana means family court. Nah, dude. I refuse to believe that like skateboarders all they listen to is just Mac DeMarco. It's just Tooth Gaps and
Yeah.
guys pretending to be what would you classify? I mean, you know what? I shit on the guy because he's Canadian, but I do like he has two good songs, Mac DeMarco.
Yeah. Well, beg to differ. I think he has a lot of good songs, but which
But
one?
you skateboard, so that's the difference between it.
I think they're all perfect.
Yeah.
But what are they? What are the two songs?
Oh man. Okay, I can tell. Let me like think of the songs I don't like.
Is it the one that goes?
No, it would be this is really just taken away. Still Beating, and it's off of This Old Dog album.
Yeah.
And then I'll say it. Salad Days ain't that bad. That
Yeah, Salad Days is a bop.
it's everything else though. I could absolutely leave it and take something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know what I listen to when I skate?
What you listen to, and it's something that's really gonna make me mad. It's you listen to.
I'll just jump in front of you. I listen to nothing because my balance is so bad that if I plug my ears, I can't even stand on the board.
That's so angry. Pisses me off good. You know what I was gonna say?
Yeah.
The soundtrack to
What's
Baby
that?
Driver.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick. That would,
That's so much.
and that proves the rule. It's like the softer looking the dude, the more intense the soundtrack.
Absolutely. Did you like that movie? That was like the last movie that Spacey did before he,
Yes, I did like it. I had a lot of fun watching it.
I just thought it was garbage. I thought it was one of those
Really?
movies that relies too heavily on the actual soundtrack. Like, instead of making your own movie and your own art, you're like, let's just give the people what they want, which is Sabotage by Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Sabotage!
Yeah, it's loud trash, but I love that stuff, man. I loved all the Marvel movies. I'm a simple guy.
Yeah,
I just like a fun movie.
you do.
I like it when it's big on the screen and the sounds are and
I like when
then like two hot people kiss. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had to take a double dose of Ritalin before I saw Parasite.
Okay, so this is going to be something really great because we're almost at an hour. Let's. This is going to be. Hopefully this will get a laugh out of you in the listeners, but I think this is going to be a great place to end. What is the funniest thing you've ever seen a person do in a movie theater? Could be you, could be your date, could be Rifa, could be your dad, could be a stranger. What's the funniest thing you've seen someone do in a movie theater?
So I wasn't in the theater personally when this happened.
Sure.
And I used to do a joke about this. What?
No, go ahead.
I wasn't in the theater when this happened, but when I worked at Alamo, and I used to do a joke about this.
Yeah.
This guy's colostomy bag.
Oh yeah.
Broke open in the theater, and it squirted on the carpeted walls. And they had to stop. They had to stop the movie so they could shampoo the walls.
No, and so everyone was like,
Yeah.
"You loved Scarlett Johansson as an Asian character."
Yeah. It would have been that time. It was either Ghost in a Shell or Boss Baby. Those were.
Oh man! All right. Hopefully I can't top that, but mine has to be okay. So you mentioned Parasite. I saw Parasite, and I see most movies unedible, like unable to drive. I take an Uber or have someone drive me there, and that's the mindset I'm at. And I'm gonna laugh at someone who's like 2 rows ahead of me, and if that creates a problem, who cares? But in Parasite, for everyone, and if you haven't seen the movie, this doesn't blow away the movie, but it does have a trick ending. Like it fades to black, and there's people were like, yeah, of course, it's not the real end of the movie. Because it doesn't fit the tone of the entire 2 hour film we just saw. But this guy stands up and starts applauding like a jackass, and then it fades back in, and and I on that edible started laughing at him, and people started joining in with me because they're like, look at this guy, and that's a rude thing for him to do because he's clapping because he wants to show everybody how cultured he is at movie, how I'm so good at movie, and it's like
don't worry, everyone, I got it.
Well, damn, that's gonna do it, dude. Love you, man. Let's do another one.
I love you too.
All right, folks. At this point, this is the second app. Just subscribe to all our social media at Andrew_Wagner, right?
Double underscore.
Double_Wagner and
terrible search.
At Sam N is in Nelson Castillo on Twitter. All right, bye.
Cool. Bye.